Thank you, Lois. Hi there, everyone. I love the questions that I'm asked when people find out that I work for Pregnancy Resource Center. My favorite one, what exactly does a Pregnancy Resource Center do? I repeat to them the short mission statement of the Portland Pregnancy Resource Center. We exist to empower individuals to make life-affirming decisions through education, counseling, and compassionate care based on the ministry of Jesus Christ. Some comment on how big the battle is against the pro-choice groups and if resource centers really do make a difference. And I have to admit, sometimes I wonder if we are making a difference. But the Lord always reminds me of Psalm 136. God's love never fails. This statement is repeated in that Psalm 26 times. And I am no Bible scholar, but I think God's trying to make a point here. His love, His mercy, it does not fail. It does not give up. It does not stop working. And with God's help, we won't stop loving or giving up on those who we are called to serve. For the last 25 years, the Pregnancy Resource Centers of Portland have been working to protect and save the most vulnerable in Greater Portland. With 5 centers in this area, we serve over 9,000 clients a year. We affirm the sanctity of human life in 3 primary areas: intervention and support in our centers, prevention abstinence education through Reality Unlimited, and healing and restoration for post-abortion stress. Intervention and support starts the minute a woman or teen comes through our doors. Many of the women come in for pregnancy tests. Many of the women whose pregnancy tests are positive feel unprepared for parenthood. They feel scared and confused, thinking abortion is their only option. We listen to the difficult circumstances surrounding their unplanned pregnancy and evaluate how we might help in this decision process. We love our clients as Christ loves them, right where they are. We listen carefully as she shares with us her plans for her pregnancy. If our client is a minor, we encourage telling her parents. We talk about each available option: abortion, adoption, or parenting, sharing accurate information about all her choices. Our trained ultrasound nurse then gives her the opportunity to see with her very own eyes images of her tiny unborn, whose voice and opinion is absent from this decision. We are so happy to report that 9 out of 10 women who see their baby on an ultrasound, they choose life for their unborn. Woo! There's no pressure towards one option or the other. We do not heap them with guilt or shame about one decision versus another. We encourage her to not only think of what choice she can live with today, but how it will affect her in the future. A couple of weeks ago, a client named Jasmine came into the center, at the Gresham Center, with her little baby boy who was wrapped in a baby blue blanket that she received from our center. I had to laugh inside as I recalled 10 months ago, how things were so different for her. How what started as a crisis situation and an inconvenience for her now was there in her arms as her pride and joy. She thanked us for all that we did for her, telling me that if it wasn't for our center, her baby boy would not be there. Are we making a difference? Absolutely. Hundreds of thousands Hundreds of thousands of women facing unplanned pregnancies have been given a safe place to hear the complete truth about their options. Tens of thousands of babies have been born in our community who would otherwise have perished. Tens of thousands of women and girls have been helped to avoid choosing abortion and its damaging consequences. Another area where we are called to minister is through abstinence education. The Reality Unlimited team brings creative presentations to public schools, private schools, community, and church groups about the positive benefits of postponing sex until marriage. In the center, we also speak to those whose tests are negative about the benefits of postponing sex until marriage. We share with them how valuable and how priceless they are to God and to us. We love them enough not to fill their purses with condoms or birth control pills, sending them off with the false message that these things will protect them. We share with them the truth about premarital sex. Do we make a difference? Hundreds of thousands of youth have been introduced to abstinence until marriage as a positive lifestyle choice. Many have chosen to save themselves for their future spouse, to protect themselves from an unplanned pregnancy, the epidemic of STDs, and the emotional and relational consequences of premarital sex. The third area of the ministry is our post-abortion group called HEART, which Esther talked about earlier. Healing and encouragement for abortion-related trauma. These safe and confidential Bible study groups help to bring forgiveness, healing, and restoration for those hurting from their past. Do we make a difference? Absolutely. Since 1988, over 900 women and 60 brave men have successfully completed the Heart Bible Study Group. Both women and men are being set free from the guilt and shame associated with the past abortion. Throughout the state of Oregon, there are many pregnancy centers, perhaps working under different names or affiliations, but all are collaborating with hundreds of churches and thousands of individuals. Caring people work on the front lines and behind the scenes to assure that our doors stay open, wide open to the women and teens facing unplanned pregnancy. As this day comes to an end, and your mind continues to absorb all you heard here today, please keep in mind that tomorrow morning, the battle for the unborn still continues. Find a way to join in the battle. It is a matter of life and death. In closing, I want to encourage you to celebrate and rejoice over the thousands and thousands of babies that have been born here in Oregon. God's love never fails. Say it with me. God's love never fails. And with His help, we won't either. Together we are making a difference. Together we can help change the hearts and minds of men and women. And yes, together we can save babies.